ഹിന്ദിക്കാർ വരുന്നുണ്ട്. All of you, welcome back. Last class we were discussing what? Uniform circular motion. What is uniform circular motion? If a body covers equal distances in equal interval of time along the circumference of a circle. If a body covers what? Equal distances in equal interval of time along the circumference of a circle, the body is said to be under uniform circular motion. Here in uniform circular motion, speed is constant, velocity is tangential. Velocity direction is around the tangent. Since velocity changes its direction at every point, uniform circular motion is an accelerated motion. Is there any situation in which speed is constant but value for acceleration? Yes, in uniform circular motion, speed is constant but velocity tangential. Every point velocity changes its direction. See, every point velocity changes its direction. So, is velocity a constant? No, it's a varying velocity. So, uniform circular motion is an accelerated motion. The direction of acceleration is towards the center of the circular path. Direction of acceleration is what? Towards the center of the circular path. Every point acceleration changes its direction. So, acceleration in uniform circular motion is what? Not a constant vector. Why? Every point acceleration, this point acceleration in this direction, this point acceleration in this direction, again this point acceleration in this direction. Every point acceleration is also changing its direction. So, acceleration is also not a constant vector. This acceleration is called what? Centripetal acceleration or central seeking acceleration. Now, let's see what are the different equations of uniform circular motion. What is the equation for centripetal force? mv square by r. What is m? Mass, v velocity, r radius, v linear velocity. Velocity possessed by body in rotational motion is called what? Angular velocity. What is the equation for angular displacement? Angular velocity, angular displacement by time. So, omega is equal to d theta by dt. What is the relation between linear velocity? Linear velocity is what? Translatory motion velocity or linear motion velocity, linear velocity. Rotation motion velocity, angular velocity. What is the relation between them? V equal to r omega. What is the equation for angular velocity? Rate of change of angular displacement. What is angular acceleration? Alpha. Angular acceleration alpha is equal to what? D omega by dt. Rate of change of angular velocity is called what? Angular acceleration. It is not written. Okay, let me take new page. Angular acceleration. Rate of change of angular velocity. Rate of change of angular velocity is called angular acceleration. Is called what? Angular acceleration. Angular acceleration. Angular acceleration is denoted by alpha. So, alpha is equal to what? D omega by dt. Unit of angular acceleration, unit of alpha is radians per second square. Radians per second square. Abhishek, Swati, Varsha, Aaron, Varsha, Gauri, Nandana, Aju, Kavita, Ginny, Anjali, Nandagopal, Ananya, Banu, all of you, good evening. What is alpha? Angular acceleration. Unit of alpha is what? Radians per second square. Now we know that omega is equal to what? D theta by dt. What is angular acceleration alpha? D omega by dt. That is d by dt of, instead of omega I can write what? D theta by dt. So angular acceleration alpha is equal to d square theta by dt square. So what is the equation for angular acceleration? D square theta by dt square. This is very much similar to linear acceleration. Why? What is velocity? Rate of change of position or displacement, dx by dt. What is acceleration? dv by dt. So, what is acceleration? d by dt of, instead of v, we can write what? dx by dt. So, what is acceleration? d square x by dt square. What is acceleration? d square x by dt square. What is angular acceleration? d square theta by dt square. What is the relation between linear acceleration and angular acceleration? A vector is equal to alpha vector cross r vector. What is A vector? Linear acceleration. What is alpha? Angular acceleration. What is r? Radius of circular path. Radius of circular path. Alpha is what? Radius of circular path. Please note all this. Please note it down. Noted? All of you noted? Yeah. Next, you can write instantaneous angular velocity. Angular velocity. See, it is omega limit delta t tends to 0, delta theta by delta t, that is equal to d theta by dt. This is the definition of instantaneous angular velocity. What is going to be instantaneous angular velocity? It is angular velocity when it is a change in angular displacement with respect to change in time when the time interval is very small. We have seen this equation. What is instantaneous velocity? Instantaneous velocity equation is what? V vector is equal to limit delta t tends to 0, delta x by delta t, that is equal to dx by dt. Now, what is instantaneous angular acceleration? Instantaneous angular acceleration. What is its equation? Instantaneous angular acceleration. What is that? Alpha is equal to limit delta t tends to 0. What is that? Delta omega by delta t, that is equal to d omega by dt. Next, instantaneous acceleration. What is equation? A is equal to limit delta t tends to 0. What is that? Delta v by delta t, that is equal to dv by dt. Instantaneous actual equation. Please note down these equations. Yeah. Limit, even though I say limit, when you write, you will write only lim, limit. What is limit delta t tends to 0? When the time interval is almost 0, or you can say in a very small time interval, change in angular displacement by change in time is what? Angular velocity. In a very small time interval, change in position with respect to change in time is what? Linear velocity. In a small time interval, change in angular velocity to change in time is what? Angular acceleration. In a small time interval, change in instantaneous angular acceleration. In a small time interval, change in velocity by change in time is what? Instantaneous acceleration. Please note it down. Now, for angular velocity, there is one more equation. Angular velocity omega is equal to, one more equation, 2 pi nu. 2 pi nu. This is called nu. Nu is frequency. What is frequency? Frequency is the number of revolutions per second. Number of revolutions per second, or some say, or number of cycles per second. Number of cycles per second. Now remember, time period t is the time period is equal to 1 by frequency. So t is equal to 1 by nu, or nu is equal to 1 by t. Unit of frequency is hertz. Unit of frequency is hertz. Unit of time period second. Unit of time period is second. Unit of time period is second. നോട്ട് ചെയ്താ? Done? Noted. Okay, let's do some problems. A body of mass, 10 kilogram, revolves in a circle of diameters, in a circle of diameter 0.40 meter, making 1000 revolution per minute. Making 1000 revolutions per minute. Making 1000 revolution per minute. Calculate its linear velocity. Calculate its linear velocity and centripetal acceleration. Calculate its linear velocity and centripetal acceleration. Given mass is equal to 10 kilogram. Diameter is equal to what? Diameter equal to 0.4 meter. So radius equal to what? Diameter by 2, that is 0.4 by 2 is equal to 0.2 meter. Making 1000 revolution per minute. Frequency nu is equal to 1000 revolution per minute. That is frequency nu is equal to 1000 by 60 per minute has to be converted to per second. So 1000 by 60. Calculate its linear velocity. Making 1000 revolution per minute. So frequency is given, but we should know what is that omega. What is equation for omega? 2 pi nu. So omega is equal to 2 pi nu. Instead of nu, I should write 1000 by 60. This is omega. What is linear velocity? Linear velocity V is equal to R omega. So V is equal to, what is the radius? Radius 0.2 into 2 pi into 1000 by 60. Which is linear velocity and centripetal acceleration. Centripetal acceleration A sub C is equal to what? R omega square. So 0.2 into, what is omega? 2 pi into 1000 by 60 the whole square. And what is the value of V? 20 pi by 3. If you solve that, it becomes what? 0 gone. 0.2 into 2, then 2, here there is 3, so 0.2 into 10, 2, 0.2 into 10, 2, no, 100, so 20 pi by 3, since it is velocity meter per second. Now what is angular acceleration? R omega square. So if you solve that, it will be 2000 by 9, 2000 by 9 pi square meter per second square. If you solve that, you will get this answer. 2000 by 9 pi square meter per second square. നോട്ട് ചെയ്യാം കേട്ടോ. ഡൗട്ട് ഉണ്ടോ? ആർക്കെങ്കിലും എന്തെങ്കിലും ഡൗട്ട് ഉണ്ടോ? ഡൗട്ട് ഉണ്ടോ? എന്തെങ്കിലും ഡൗട്ട് ഉണ്ടോ? എന്തെങ്കിലും ഡൗട്ട് ഉണ്ടോ? ആർക്കെങ്കിലും ഡൗട്ട് ഉണ്ടോ? നോട്ട് ചെയ്യട്ടാ, എല്ലാവരും നോട്ട് ചെയ്യേ. നോട്ട് ചെയ്തു. നെക്സ്റ്റ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ. കാൽക്കുലേറ്റ് angular speed, calculate angular speed of flywheel, calculate angular speed of flywheel making 420 revolutions per minute. 420 revolutions per minute. Making 420 revolutions per minute. ആണ് നമ്മുടെ അടുത്ത ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ. ശ്രദ്ധിക്കുക, നോ ഈസ് ഈക്വൽ ടു എന്താ? 420 revolution. Revolution, rotation both are same. Revolution per minute. Now, no is equal to what? 420 by 60. We have to convert that to second. That means what? 7 hertz. That is equal to 7 hertz is the frequency. What we have to find out? Angular speed. So omega is equal to what? 2 pi nu. So what is that? 2 pi into 7. So what is omega? 14 pi. Since it is omega, radians per second. pi radians per second. നോട്ട് ചെയ്യട്ടാ. Done. Next question. Next NCERT textbook problem. An insect means മലയാളത്തിൽ പ്രാണി എന്ന് പറയും. Insect trapped in a circle of radius 12 centimeter, complete 7 revolutions, in 100 seconds. What is the angular speed and linear speed of the motion? Calculate the angular speed and linear speed of the motion. What is the next year? First one. Second point is the acceleration vector. Acceleration vector a constant vector? Is the acceleration vector a constant vector? What is the magnitude? What is the magnitude of acceleration? What is the magnitude of acceleration? And the fourth point, what is the linear displacement? What is its linear displacement? Okay, so this is the question. Now let's see. Insect trapped in a circle of radius 12 cm. Radius equal to 12 centimeter. That is, radius is equal to 0.12 meter. Complete 7 revolution in 100 seconds. See, 7 revolution in 100 seconds. So frequency is equal to what? 7 by 100. 7 revolution in 100 seconds. Okay, so what is the frequency? 7 by 100. What is the angular speed? Angular speed is omega is equal to what? What is equation? 2 pi nu. So 2 pi into, instead of nu I should write 7 by 100. So what is the answer for nu? 2 pi nu. If you solve that, your answer will be 0.44 radians per second. This is the equation for omega. Now, what is linear speed? V equal to r omega. What is r? 0.12 into 0.44. And the answer will be 0.444. 0.12 into 0.44, 0.0528 meter per second. That is a linear speed. Now, what is the third question? What is the magnitude of acceleration? Magnitude of acceleration, since the insect moves in circular path, every time acceleration will be towards the center. So, is acceleration a constant vector? No. Here, acceleration is not a constant vector. Acceleration is not a constant vector. Constant vector. At every point, along the circular path, acceleration changes its direction. So acceleration is not a constant. Acceleration is not a constant. Now it is magnitude of acceleration. A equal to r omega square. What is radius? 0.12. And what is omega? Omega 0.44 the square. So answer will be 0.44 into 0.44 into 0.12. The acceleration is 0.023 meter per second square. Now, what is the next one? What is the linear displacement? Here, displacement will be 0. Why? Displacement will be 0. And the karanam, what is the reason behind that? I am writing the reason of displacement to be 0 here. Since after 7 revolution around the circular path, body returns to initial position only. Body returns to initial position only. So displacement will be 0. Displacement of particle will be, insect will be 0. Any doubt regarding any step? Any doubt regarding any steps? എന്തെങ്കിലും സ്റ്റെപ്പിനെ പറ്റിയിട്ട് ഡൗട്ട് ഉണ്ടോ? സർ ഡിസ്പ്ലേസ്മെന്റ് 0 ആയാൽ ലീനിയർ വെലോസിറ്റി 0 ആവില്ലേ? ഇല്ല. അതിന് കാരണം what we are finding out, linear speed. In this question we are finding out what, Aju? linear speed. If it was linear velocity, then it will be 0. Aju, did you get that? Even though we say, Aju, we are finding out linear speed. Note that. Linear velocity 0. After that, next question. A body of mass 0.4 kilogram, 0.4 kilogram is whirled in a horizontal circle, is whirled in a horizontal circle of radius 2 meter, of radius 2 meter with a constant speed of 10 meter per second. 10 meter per second. Calculate angular speed. Frequency of revolution. First one, angular speed. Second one, frequency of revolution. Frequency of revolution. Three time period. Fourth one, centripetal acceleration. And the fifth one, centripetal force. This much we have to find out. Now let's see. Mass is equal to what? 0.4 kilogram. Whirled in a horizontal circle of mass 0.4 kilogram. Whirled in a horizontal circle of radius 2 meter. So r equal to 2 meter with a constant speed. So what is that speed? See, meter per second. So I know that it is linear speed 10 meter per second. Calculate angular speed. What is equation? V equal to r omega. So omega is equal to V by r. So omega is equal to 10 divided by 2. So angular speed is what? 5 radians per second. Angular speed is 5 radians per second. Next is what? Frequency of revolution. We know that omega is equal to 2 pi nu. Nu is equal to omega by 2 pi. So nu is equal to what? 5 by 2 pi. That much hertz. Nu is equal to 5 by 2 pi hertz. Now, what is time period? Time period is the reciprocal of frequency. So, time period is equal to 1 by 5 by 2 pi. So, time period is equal to 2 pi by 5, that much seconds. Time period is equal to 2 pi by 5 seconds. Here, if you solve this, your answer will be 0.8 hertz. Your answer will be 0.8 hertz. And time period will be, if you solve this, your answer will be 1.25 seconds. 1.25 seconds. Next is centripetal acceleration. Centripetal acceleration A equal to R omega square. So A equal to, what is the radius? 2 into, what is omega? 5. So 2 into 5 square. So answer is 2 into 25. So answer is 50 meter per second square is the centripetal acceleration. Now centripetal force. Centripetal force F sub C is equal to what? mv square by R. What is m? Mass 0.4. And what is the velocity? Linear velocity 10 into 10 divided by what is the radius? 2. What is the answer? 100 into 0.4, 40 divided by 2. Centripetal force will be 20 Newton. Any doubts? ഏതെങ്കിലും സ്റ്റെപ്പിൽ ഡൗട്ട് ഉണ്ടോ മക്കളെ? Centripetal force equation is for mv square where there is one more equation for centripetal force which is what? mr omega square. Remember that there is one more equation for centripetal force, mr omega square. Either equation you can use, but both will give the same answer only. mr omega square or mv square by r. Done? Okay, done. Next question. A cyclist moves along a circular path of radius 70 meter. Of radius 70 meter. If he completes one round in 11 seconds, if he completes one round in 11 seconds, calculate first one, total length of the path, calculate total length of the path. Second one, magnitude of the displacement. Magnitude of displacement. Third one, average speed. And the fourth one, magnitude of average velocity. As a cyclist moves along a circular path of radius 70 meter. Radius r equal to 70 meter. If he completes one round in 11 seconds. So what is the frequency? 1/7 hertz. Frequency 1/7 hertz. Total length. What is the total length of the path? If it is a circular path and the radius is what? 70 meter. So what will be the total length? Total length of the path will be what? 2 pi r, because it is a circumference. So 2 into pi into 70. That is 140 pi. That is almost 440 meter. Almost, not perfectly, 440 meter. Now that is the path length, total length of the path. Magnitude of displacement. If he completes one round, what will be the displacement? Since cyclist completes one round, displacement will be what? 0. Displacement will be 0. Average speed. Average speed will be what? Total one. He completes one round. So what is the total distance? Average speed is equal to total distance by total time. Total distance by total time. What is the total distance covered by him? Total distance is equal to what? Total distance is what? One round row. So 440. And how much time is taken for the 11 seconds? So what is that answer? 40. What is the average speed? 40 meter per second. Now, fourth question. What is the average velocity? Average velocity will be what? 0. Average velocity 0. 0. What is the reason? Since displacement is 0, because the person completes one circular path. So displacement will be what? 0. 1 by 11. Sorry. Yeah, there is a mistake here. Final answer will be correct. 1 by 11. 1 by 11. So total, yeah. Frequency 1 by 11. Sorry for that. 1 by 11. Any doubt? Done? All of you done? Done, right? Now I will do one problem. I don't know whether it is done or not. Two forces whose magnitudes are in the ratio of 3:5. Is this question done? 3:5. Is this question done? Gives a resultant force of 35 Newton. If the angle of inclination be 60 degree, calculate ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടോ? Is this done before? Calculate magnitude of each force. Calculate magnitude of each force. ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. Okay. So next question. the greatest and least resultant of the greatest and the least resultant of two forces acting at a point are 29 Newton and 5 Newton respectively. 5 Newton respectively. If each force is increased by 3 Newton find the resultant of the forces. Find the resultant of the forces acting perpendicular to each other. Acting perpendicular to each other. The greatest and the least resultant of two forces acting at a point are given. What is the data given? Greatest 29 Newton and the least is what? 5 Newton. So we can start. Let the two forces be P and Q. Given greatest means what? P plus Q is equal to what? 29 Newton. Minimum means what? Or least means what? P minus Q is equal to 5 Newton. Any doubt? So let this be equation 1 and let this be equation 2. Now when you add these two, equation 1 plus equation 2 is equal to what? 2P is equal to 34 Newton. So P is equal to what? 34 by 2. So P is equal to 17 Newton. Now 17 plus Q is equal to 29. So Q is equal to what? 29 minus 17 is equal to 12 Newton. So what are the data we got? P equal to 17 Newton and Q equal to 12 Newton. You can check that. What is 17 plus 12? That is the maximum force resultant 29. What is 17 minus 12? 5. So now it is okay. Now what we are doing? We are increasing both by what? 3 Newton. So P dash is equal to P plus 3 is equal to 17 plus 3 is equal to 20 Newton. Q dash is the new force is equal to Q plus 3 is equal to 12 plus 3 is equal to 15 Newton. Now remember, we have to find out the result. Now Q dash and P dash are acting what? Right angle. So angle between them is what? 90 degree. So what will be the resultant of P dash square plus Q dash square? So R equal to root of what is P dash square? 20 square plus 15 square. So R equal to root of 400 plus 225. So R equal to what? Root 625. So answer is what? 25 Newton. Doubt now? Any doubts? മക്കളെ ഡൗട്ട് ഉണ്ടോ? ചെയ്യട്ടാ, തന്നെ ചെയ്യേ. നോട്ട് ചെയ്താ? എല്ലാവരും നോട്ട് ചെയ്താ? Now, all of you done? Please note it fast. Now, those who have finished one question, what is the velocity of projectile at the highest point? Those who have finished, please answer my question. Please type your answers. What is the velocity of projectile at the highest point? What is the velocity of the projectile at the highest point? What is the velocity of the projectile at the highest point? Very good, Arati, very good. Highest point velocity is what? U cos theta. Please remember that it is not 0, it is U cos theta. Because at the highest point, there will be only horizontal component, that is U cos theta. Vertical component, if the same question is asking you, what is the velocity at the, what is the vertical component of velocity at the highest point? Answer is 0. What is the vertical component of velocity at the highest point? Answer is 0. Horizontal component of velocity at the highest point. Answer U cos theta. Now, what is the velocity at the highest point? Velocity at the highest point, again it is what? U cos theta. Now, another question. What is the angle between velocity and acceleration at the highest point? At the highest point. Answer is very simple, because at the highest point, velocity is what? U cos theta, but there is what? Downward acceleration, that is acceleration due to gravity. So angle is what? Theta equal to 90 degree. Note down. Done. Note ചെയ്താ എല്ലാവരും? Next question. A stone tied to the end of a string of 80 centimeter long is whirled in a horizontal circle. Is whirled in a horizontal circle. Whirled in a horizontal circle with a constant speed. With a constant speed. If the stone makes 14 revolutions in 25 seconds, what is the magnitude and acceleration of magnitude and what is the magnitude? Magnitude and direction of the stone. Magnitude and direction of acceleration of stone. It's a textbook problem. Acceleration of the stone. Question is very simple. Stone tied to the end of a string of 80 centimeter. So length is equal to what? 80 centimeter. It is in a circle. So this length is what? Radius. So radius is equal to what? Radius is equal to what? 80 centimeter. So radius is equal to 0.8 meter. With a constant speed, the stone makes 14 revolutions in 25 seconds. So frequency is 14 by 25 hertz. Okay. What is the magnitude and direction of the acceleration of the stone? So acceleration. So What is equation for, since it moves in a circle, it should be centripetal acceleration. And the equation is what? R omega square. What is omega? 2 pi mu. So what is omega is equal to 2 into pi into 14 by 25. So acceleration A is equal to 0.8 into 2 into pi into 14 by 25, that is omega, the whole square. If you substitute, your answer will be 0.99 meter per second square. Sorry, meter per second square. And what will be the direction of this acceleration? Direction of acceleration will be towards the center of circular path. Circular path. No. Radians per second square, Abhinav, it is angular acceleration. Abhinav, what you have written is wrong. Abhinav, radians per second square is angular acceleration alpha unit. Here we are calculating centripetal acceleration. Done? All of you done? Next question. A ball is projected. A ball is projected with the velocity 10 meter per second. 10 meter per second at an angle of 60 degree. At an angle of 60 degree with the vertical direction. With the vertical direction. With the vertical direction. With the vertical direction. Its speed at the highest point of its trajectory will be at the highest point of its trajectory will be dash. Trajectory will be dash. Please do it alone. തന്നെ ചെയ്യണ്ട. ഇത്രയും പ്രോബ്ലംസ് ഞാൻ ചെയ്തു തന്നു. ഇത് തന്നെ ചെയ്യണം. ഇത് എൻ്റെ മക്കൾ തന്നെ ചെയ്യണം. Ball is projected with velocity. Initial velocity is given 10 meter per second. Angle is 60 degree with the vertical direction. Speed at the highest point of its trajectory. That you have to find out. കിട്ടിയ ആർക്കെങ്കിലും കിട്ടിയ കിട്ടിയ 5√3. കിട്ടിയ very good. I think it is the right answer. At the highest point, what happens? At the highest point, velocity will be what? Velocity will be u cos theta. What is u here? 10 meter per second. What is theta? Angle with the vertical is 60 degree. So angle with the horizontal we have to take, that is 30 degree. So theta equal to 30 degree. So 10 into cos 30, that is 10 into √3/2, that is 5√3. But we are finding out velocity, right? Its speed at the highest one, 5√3 meter per second. Listen, there will be students who have taken theta 60. Many times I told you, in our derivation throughout, we are taking angle with the horizontal. If angle with the vertical is 60 degree, angle with the horizontal will be what? 30 degree. Any doubts? A doubt ഉണ്ടോ? കഴിഞ്ഞല്ലേ? നെക്സ്റ്റ് ക്ലാസ്സിൽ ഞാൻ ലോസ് ഓഫ് മോഷൻ എടുക്കും കേട്ടോ. That I am stopping today. Next class we will be doing laws of motion. So today is the last class for motion in a plane. Next class we will be starting laws of motion next Friday. So thank you all. Thank you students. Thank you.